Hello, everybody, and welcome back to United Way. Today, we got the latest Manchester United news, content a lot. Some big news regarding Manchester United in the last few days, where you've seen Onana. Here we go from Romano. Agreed terms are the year. Onana should be a Manchester United player. Personal terms is not a problem. Apparently they've already been agreed. So Onana, a Manchester United player. Also Maguire news, Rashford news, more news on players leaving Manchester United, including Scott McTominay and Anthony Elanga. But first we go on to Onana. Onana's now becoming a Manchester United player, which is big news for Manchester United. Obviously, we need a goalkeeper. United spent the money, it's about 50 million euros. United got that player, which is good for Manchester United because we need a goalkeeper. What Onana can bring to Manchester United is a lot. He's good with the ball at his feet, which Ten Hag really, really wants, which is a good sign. Which shows he could work well for United and he could help United. But obviously, I have them doubts whether he can live up to the expectation of De Gea. De Gea is a fantastic keeper, and replacing De Gea is going to be a tough ask. For example, replacing Peter Schmeichel was hard. We had a few keepers. We had Barthez, but we had to wait a while to get Van der Sar in. Also, to replace Van der Sar, we brought in De Gea. De Gea wasn't good straight away. It took him at least 3 years to get good at Manchester United. Then he was the best goalkeeper in the world. But Onana isn't young. I think he's 29 years of age. I don't think he's going to be great for the long term anyway. I don't think he could be a Manchester United for about 5 years. I think he's more of a 3 year to 2 year plan till Ten Hag or we might have a different manager by then. You never know. We have different owners. Anything can happen in that period. But we got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, which is a big announcement. We've been waiting for it and we got it. Also, Marcus Rashford. Actually, no, we'll talk about Harry Maguire first. Harry Maguire put out a statement on Twitter yesterday saying he was no longer Manchester United captain. He had a discussion with Eric Ten Hag that he would no longer be Manchester United's captain, but that's a surprise because, to be honest, I did expect him to be Manchester United captain this season, but he's not. Which means who is going to be the next captain? To be honest, I think Bruno Fernandes will be the next captain, but it's whether Casemiro, Varane, these players who are leaders, who've won Champions Leagues, won numerous league titles in Spain, can really become captain of Manchester United. Obviously, there's a lot of leaders in this team. Maguire isn't one of them, so happy he's not captain. Ten Hag shows he's ruthless. He doesn't care, really. But that's a good sign. But Maguire, does he leave Manchester United now? I think he may leave Manchester United. I don't think he's going to fight for his place at Manchester United at all. I think it's time to get a new him out, someone else in, because he's not good enough for the price tag he's well. So it's going to be hard to sell Harry Maguire, but he needs to go. He's not good enough. Hopefully he does leave Manchester United. Obviously, you don't want that on a player. You wanted them to leave Manchester United, but I think it will happen. Obviously, we got the game against Lyon, which is a big game. It's Wednesday in Edinburgh, Murrayfield Stadium, I think. But I think it will be a good game. We'll probably see more of the first team players in and around this in this game. I can see maybe someone like Marcus Rashford, Elanga, all these players playing. Ahmad again, these players playing. hopefully we do see that, but we hopefully to see players like Charlie Savage play as well, because he is a good player. And hopefully we can see the best out of him. Yeah, so hopefully we can see the best out of him coming forward. Also, David Ornstein announced that Marcus Rashford has agreed a new 5-year contract, which is big for Manchester United. He was Manchester United's best player last season, without a doubt. Scored, I think, 31 goals, maybe a bit less. But, he's a big player for Manchester United, and that's what we need. We need him on a 5-year deal. He's experienced now. He is a leader in this team. And hopefully he can do well for us this season. With a 5-year deal, we know he's going to be here for a long time, and he needs to make that role his in the squad. But apparently, according to David Ornstein, he did reject some lucrative offers from the Premier League and teams abroad to stay at Manchester United. That's big news. You can see he's a big Manchester United fan. If he's rejecting big deals, which it is good to see him reject big deals. But what do you lot think? Do you think Marcus Rashford is the one to stay at Manchester United? Because I do. I think he's a brilliant player. We need him on that big contract. But who is next at Manchester United? Obviously, I think players will be going, players will be leaving the club, and players will be coming in. Do we get Hojlund in? Do we get a number 9 in? Do we get another midfielder in like Amrabat? Do we get a centre-back in like Diassi? It's a lot which could happen in the next month at Manchester United. A solid month till the transfer window ends. So, it will be good. I think the next month could be so crucial. I think we'll have obviously Onana signed. Rashford signs a new contract. Players leaving. Maguire, Langer, McTominay, Fred. These players could be leaving. Also, players who could sign. You could say Hojlund will be in. Amrabat could be in. Diassi could be in. It's exciting. It's very exciting. And I think what you got to do is let Ten Hag do what he can, because he's signing players which ain't going to bump up the shirt number, shirt sales and all that. He's just buying players which he think are going to fit into his model of Manchester United. And that's what we need. I think in the past, signing people like Ronaldo, Pogba, I think even Ibrahimovic, maybe. They're more commercial signings than actual signings which will fit into the team. I know Mourinho did want Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but still, they are big players coming in, and they won't be there for long. And to be honest, they weren't there for long. Pogba wasn't good enough for Manchester United. Fell out with numerous managers. So, well, anything can happen in the next couple of weeks. I think Rashford being on that contract again is so crucial. But, now we look at players leaving the club. Harry Maguire, he's had offers possibly from Tottenham, West Ham, Villa, Everton, these teams. And to be honest, I think he'll do him well to leave Manchester United. I think he should leave Manchester United. He needs to leave Manchester United. And to be honest, it would be good for him to leave Manchester United, because he's not good enough at the club. He's not good enough. Harry Maguire, he's just wasting wages. We could sign maybe another 2 players with the wages he has. I think he's on 250,000 a week, and we could maybe sign 2 players. That's what we got to look at. And we look at people like Scott McTominay as well. West Ham are interested in him because they've lost Declan Rice, and then they got that 105 million now. Do you go up to West Ham and say, we want 30, 40 million for Scott McTominay? You've got to. They got the money. I think you've got to be strict with them and say, right. So, for example, the first offer is, say, 20 million. We want 40. And they might go higher, and then we'll settle on like 35 million. we got to be like that with teams, especially West Ham now, because they got the money. I think Scott McTominay could be an option for them. I think we need to evaluate McTominay at least 30 million. 30 million. I think that's what we got to do. Yeah, I'm all good, Ryan. How are you? Also, another player who could leave Manchester United is Anthony Elanga. Anthony Elanga came through the United Academy, but he's not in. I don't think United fans want him to stay. I don't want him to stay. I don't think he's good enough. To be honest, I think he's championship quality. I literally don't think he's good enough. I've said this since he started playing under Rangnick. I just don't think he's good enough. I think he had one good game, and that was maybe the Liverpool game this season. I think that's it. The Liverpool game at Old Trafford, I think he was good, but he wasn't amazing. Don't get me but apparently, according to Mail Sport and with Simon Jones, Anthony Elanga has decided on his next club, but not Everton. Everton, obviously, are mainly the only club interested in Elanga, but apparently he doesn't want to go there. And to be honest, I think Everton would be a good move for him. But whether other clubs are interested, I don't know. None of that has come out yet. But I think hopefully he can get a decent move so we can improve his career, because his career is not going in a good way. He's not going to play much next season. He only got through into the team because Ranić really liked him. I don't see what Ranić seen in Elanga at all. I don't think he's good enough. I think what he's seen in him was something stupid, because he's not good enough. He might be quick, but he can't do anything else. He reminds me of a bit like Dan James, but Dan James is quicker. But he just can't shoot, can't pass, he can't cross, which a winger needs. He just can't do any of them, and I don't think he's going to be a part of Ten Hag's plans next season, which is a shame for him. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. A big club like Manchester United, and you just got to learn. But also, another player who could leave Manchester United, possibly alone, is Amad Diallo. Leicester City, Burnley, Sheffield United are all interested in Elanga, according to Simon Jones, which, is big for his career. I think I prefer to see him go to maybe a Premier League side, or even stay at Manchester United, fight his place. Because I think he could play a lot at Manchester United this season, which is good. Seeing a player who's players who are interested in going out on loan and playing more. But I think he needs to stay at Manchester United, because he will be a good, crucial player for us. Because if United don't sign a number 9, I can imagine Rashford will be a number 9. Maybe, say, Anthony on the left or the right, and maybe Ahmad or Garnacho. These youngsters got to play well week in, week out now, it is very important. But according to Simon Jones, Leicester City, Burnley and Sheffield United are all interested in Amad Diallo. It could be a loan or a permanent deal. Also, Fred, many teams are interested in him, including Fulham. Fulham are very interested in Fred, and Galatasaray are as well, and various Saudi clubs which may offer the big money for some certain players. We could get maybe 40 million out of them for Fred, which is interesting. But Galatasaray and Fulham are mainly interested in Fulham, but the gap in valuation is massive. Manchester United want more, but Galatasaray and Fulham were not willing to pay it. Hopefully they can, because we want to sign another player, including which is Sofan Amrabat. But apparently the 30 million euro price tag on him but United want less. United don't want to pay as much as that. United want to pay less money than that, which, to be honest, I do get. I do get. I do understand that. Obviously, United don't want to overpay. They want to pay less, and they want to ship out Fred, McTominay for more. Bit of a profit in a way. I think that's how United are run, really. But that's what you got to do. I think you've got to try and earn as much profit as you can. I think Amrabat could be a good player for United for even 30 million euros. It's just about 24 million pounds. I think that's a good deal. Hopefully we can get it done. But obviously, what everyone wants to know is, are we going to get a number 9? Are we going to get a number 9? Hopefully we can buy a number 9, because we're screwed. We are screwed, especially if players like Ahmad Piastri and a few others go out on loan. We are screwed. We need a number 9. Is Hojlund the man? I don't think so. Apparently United in the next couple of weeks are going to try and pursue him, try and get it done. But in me personally, I don't think he's good enough. I really don't think he's good enough at all. But Dean says would rather sell McTominay and keep Fred for another year. To be honest, I'd rather keep Fred. I love to sell McTominay at the moment. He's not good enough. But I love to keep Fred, because I think Fred's a good player for Manchester United. And hopefully he can keep on going. I thought he was good last season, coming on off of the bench. And he was a good player for United last season. And also Dean says, Onana, what's my name? He's singing the tunes already. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Is Hojlund the man? I don't think so. Do we need look at another number 9? I think so. But we don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen when you're a Manchester United fan. One minute you could not be interested in one player, and then automatically you're interested. And for example, Ronaldo, United didn't seem interested in him whatsoever, but then turned out we signed Ronaldo. Anything can happen. United may want Hojlund now, but towards the end of the window they might want someone else. But it is what it is. And to be honest, whatever Ten Hag wants, I think you've got to give it to him, because he may turn players into better players. And I know Weghorst wasn't good, but Ten Hag made him a decent player. He made him a better player. He wasn't good, but Ten Hag made him a better player. Dean also says, if we sign Amrabat, fair enough. Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't be excited about it, but I'm like, yeah, it's another player. And also he says, I'm not a fan of Hojlund. I'm not either. I don't think he's going to be good enough. I think United need to look at someone else who can score 20 goals a season. It's hard. You've got to spend the big money, but do it. You've got to do it. If you want to compete, I think top 4 is going to be hard this year. I think we were very lucky that teams didn't perform last season, including Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. These teams didn't perform. Otherwise, it would be other teams in and around it. And so we were very lucky last season. But I think we need a 20 goals a season striker. Would I like Kolo Muani? I think he'd be a good player, but I wouldn't be excited about him either. I think it's that point. I want Ramos from Benfica. That's what I want. But the main players I actually want is Osimhen or Kane, but we're not going to get them. Do we wait for Kane next summer and sign Hojlund this summer? I don't know. But, Kolo Muani, I wouldn't be excited about it, but I'd be like, well, it's another player. Same as Hojlund. We need a number 9, get him in. So, I don't know. In Manchester United, anything can happen, like I said, and hopefully we can bring in better players, to be honest, because we need good players. And top four is going to be hard to get this year, and hopefully we can get it. Quick news, which has come out about 10 minutes ago. Manchester United have turned down a Gremio's offer for Pellistri on a loan deal, paying 60% of his wages for a year-long spell. What does that mean? Gremio is a Brazilian club, I believe. And what does that mean? Does Pellistri want to stay at Manchester United, or Manchester United want to keep Pellistri at the club? I think last season when he used to play, he played a few games. I thought he was good. I thought he was really good. And do Manchester United want to keep him? I think they do. I think Ten Hag wants him a part of the squad. And I think that's a good sign. If United are rejecting a loan deal for Pellistri, I think that shows that he's going to be a part of the Ten Hag squad. And to be honest, that is really, really good. And hopefully he can be a good player for us next season. And to be honest, hopefully Manchester United are hoping Pellistri can do the job, because he can be a good player. And but I think if next season he don't perform, it doesn't go right, I think he will leave Manchester United. I think he definitely will leave the club, which is sad because he haven't played much, but that shows he's not good enough for the club. That's what it is. And also, Dean says Ahmad looked sharp last Wednesday against Leeds. Yes, he did. Ahmad's a really good player. I think, to be honest, I think he's very one-footed in a way, a bit like Anthony, but he's very, very good. So I forgot about one player, Hannibal Mensbury. He was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant on last Tuesday. He was unbelievable. And could he have a role in the team, or does he go out on another loan? You don't know. I think these players could be very crucial to Manchester United the upcoming season. Also, Dean says Pellistri is a good player, just needs enough game time. Yes, that's what the cup games are for now. I think maybe in the start of the Carabao Cup, you give these players a chance and use them. That's what they need. That Hannibal Mensbury needs that. Ahmad needs it. And also Dean agrees that Hannibal was good, was quite good on Wednesday, and to be honest, he was really good. I really enjoyed watching him. And I think he will be a good player for Manchester United. But going back to Harry Maguire no longer being the Manchester United captain, how great is that? How great is it? Because I'm very happy about it. When I heard the news yesterday afternoon, I was very happy. I was like, yes, he's no longer Manchester United captain. Who is going to be the next captain, though? That's the hardest part. Who is going to be the man to wear that armband for Manchester United? If De Gea was still here, I'd maybe give it to De Gea, but he's not. Bruno, Casemiro, Rashford, Varane, these players who could do it, even Luke Shaw. So you never know who is going to be the captain for Manchester United this season, and I'm so happy Maguire isn't the captain anymore. Maguire doesn't have to walk on the pitch for 10 minutes anymore and claim the armband, which he does. He does. And also Dean says best decision Ten Hag has ever made, removing Harry Maguire as captain. Yes, it is, because he doesn't play. He's not good enough. He is bang average Premier League defender. He shouldn't be playing for England either. He's just not good enough. And also Dean says Bruno more likely to be captain. And yes, I think that he was captain last season for most of the time. And to be honest, he deserves it. I think he's been a brilliant vice captain. Why can't he just do the job on his own? Because he was pretty much captain last season. So he might as well just do the job on his own. But, more and more news will be out for Manchester United. Obviously, I don't know whether the stream's happening tomorrow, but I think by tomorrow, it'll be more news, on possible players. And that's the best thing about this time of year when you've got news left, right, and centre. Um, players like Onana joining the club on a 5-year deal with an option of another year. It's lots going on at the moment, and it's going to be very good. I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see all these youngsters again playing. Can't wait to see players like Rashford back, Garnacho back. These players, I can't wait for it. It's a new season, a new start, and hopefully Manchester United can be a good team next season. And Dean has just said that yes, it will be a stream tomorrow, so make sure you check. I'm not sure what time, but it will be a stream tomorrow. Make sure you check that out tomorrow because it will be news again for Manchester United. And Dean says Varane will be a backup. I think Varane would be a good vice captain. It's whether you can keep Varane fit. I think that's the problem. That's why maybe give it to Rashford, because I think Rashford is a Manchester United boy. He just signed a new 5-year deal. Give it to him, maybe. I think but Bruno never really misses games. Touch wood. He never misses games. So, hopefully he doesn't miss any games so no one else has to wear the armband. That's all it is. I think we won't have an official announcement who's captain. I think we'll just gather who is going to be against Lyon. Whoever starts, I think Ten Hag will go strong and go weak in the second half. And, well, I wouldn't say weak, but go with the youngsters. I think that's what he'll do. But I think Bruno Fernandes captain. But I haven't really seen Maguire in any photos. Looking at some photos on Twitter, I can't see Maguire. Does that mean he's not part of the plans? He's not there? Don't know what that means for Maguire. Really don't. But remember, Onana signed. That's a second signing of the summer. Mount number 1. Onana number 2. Is it Hojlund number 3? Amrabat number 4. Lots going on. I think we'll make at least 5 signings this summer, which I think that's not enough, but we'll take it. So anything can happen in the next week. Next few days, you've got pre-season Wednesday. Obviously, Dean's going to stream tomorrow about everything. You probably talk about more pre-season, which is very good. But only a quick one today. We talked about all the news on Onana signing, Rashford, Maguire, McTominay, Fred, Amrabat, Pellistri, Ahmad, all these players who could leave and join Manchester United, and Maguire being stripped of the captaincy and pre-season as well. It's all going to be, we're all looking forward to it. And obviously the youngsters we got as well, they're all looking great. But, it's a good time to be a Manchester United fan at the moment. And hopefully against Lyon, we'll have a good game to watch. And all of you will enjoy it. Obviously, Dean will probably do watch along for the game, which make sure you check that out as well. But thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you in a bit.